2018 BMW 1 Series Hatchback Review. The good points of BMW 1 Series Hatchback. Some versions engaging to push. Superb diesel economy. M140i is wonderful value on finance. Impressive material quality. The bad points of BMW 1 Series Hatchback. Cramped, especially in the rear. On the pricey side to obtain outright. Styling may be divisive. Luggage capacity is fixed. The cliché beauty is within the eye and the beholder was probably devised for the BMW 1 Series Sports Hatch. Its long bonnet and rounded rear are difficult to the eye, nonetheless its undoubted sales success clearly proves that buyers really do not mind how a 1 Series looks, it's the way it drives, the general quality, and also the equity from the badge that actually matter. The car's reward-biased stance is really a visual clue to your range being predominantly rear-wheel drive, an unusual choice in this particular class, then one that many enthusiast drivers really relish. This puts a definite emphasis on driving fun over outright practicality, doing it a distinct edge on its premium rivals, including the Audi A3, Mercedes-Benz A-Class, Lexus Court, and Infiniti Q30. Given the 1 Series low monthly PCP rates, it likewise ends up being on a single shopping lists as higher-spec versions on the Volkswagen Golf and Volvo V40. Unlike the first-generation 1 Series range which featured coupe and convertible alternatives, those are actually separated out to the BMW 2 Series range with the second iterations. BMW 1 Series Sports Hatch, comprehensive engine lineup. There's the ever-impressive type of efficient and clean turbocharged engines for that 1 Series that inevitably appear over the BMW and Mini ranges. You should ignore the boot badges almost like they match the capacity in the engine, it's more by chance than design. The superb mid-range 120i and 120d have 2.0-liter motors, even so do the 118d, 125i and 125d. At the fewer end on the range, 3-cylinder 1.5-liter motors is usually found inside 116D and 118i models, even though the high-performance M140i there's no M1 sister car to your M2 Coupe utilizes a 6-cylinder 3.0-liter unit, able to sprinting at a standstill to 62 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds. Unlike other ranges within the BMW lineup, nowadays there are plug-in hybrid versions from the 1 Series Sports Hatch, making the 116D efficient dynamics the best with claims up to 83.1 miles per gallon and CO2 emissions of 89 gkm. Choose the 120D and you'll also specify X-Drive all-wheel drive. There's a smaller efficiency penalty due to your extra weight on the system, but that extra traction causes it to become marginally quicker than the back-wheel drive alternative. High BMW 1 Series equipment levels. Long the days are gone when German-made premium-priced cars were well-engineered and poorly equipped. While the engineering legacy remains, there's loads of standard kit within the 1 Series, although you may plump for your entry-level say. Even here alloy wheels, climate control, keyless start and automatic wipers are a part with the package. Most people have a tendency to upgrade to Sport and M Sport, though, with M140i appearing as being a standalone spec for the range's pinnacle. The trim offering was further bolstered in summer 2017 using the arrival with the M Sport Shadow Edition featuring darkened exterior elements making it look a tad racier. There's a great deal of extras from which to choose, many of which carry hefty prices. When you fancy a Harman Kardon speaker upgrade or even a professional navigation system, expect to pay with the privilege. BMW 1 Series facelift in 2015. Making the styling less divisive in 2015, the BMW 1 Series Sports Hatch received a gentle midlife facelift, with particularly focus on making the nose and tail look a lot more other models within the range. The original triangular headlamps gave way to more horizontal units closer towards the look on the 2 Series Coupe and convertible, whilst the tail lights switched from being vertically orientated to being wider lenses bisected through the tailgate opening. Interior tweaks were more restrained with detail changes on the dashboard as well as a range of new seat fabrics. BMW stalling recall in 2018. In May 2018 there was clearly a level of publicity within the mainstream media in regards to recall affecting 312,000 BMWs from the UK because of an electrical fault that may cause some cars to chop out and stall when they were being driven. As it relates to BMWs built between March 2007 and August 2011, it could be an issue for your previous generation of merely 1 Series sports hatch, along with its two-door 1 Series Coupe and 1 Series convertible counterparts, although not this particular range. Latest deals from Buicar. BMW 1 Series diesel hatchback 17,672 pounds. Or £254 each month. BMW 1 Series diesel hatchback 19,542 pounds. Or £276 monthly. See all deals on BMW 1 Series. Representative example, representative APR of 7.9% borrowing £10,509 over 48 months on HP type finance. Just how much payable could well be £250 on a monthly basis, that has a total cost of credit of £1,483 as well as a total amount payable of £11,992. Dennis Buicar Limited, 3132 Alfred Place, London, WC1E7DPGBO9151058 can be a credit broker regulated by FCAFRN:667368. The verdict. Given its decent finance options and strong image, it's really no surprise how the BMW 1 Series has confirmed to be such a success. We love operate drives, and this dispute its ubiquity is still very much a person choice really crowded market sector. Practicality and family-friendly flexibility often dominate buyers' choices from the small family car class. However, the BMW 1 Series sports hatch is usually a much more individual proposition. It's a driver's car with a college degree of functionality built in. That means you need to take into consideration your priorities carefully before ordering one. Watch the whole review. All you must know about the BMW 1 Series sports hatch. Smallest engines are given to Mini. Whole range is turbocharged for efficiency. Range-topping M140i can be a fun hot hatch. There's a turbocharged engine to accommodate most needs in the BMW 1 Series sports hatch range, from diesels that eke out every tankful to high-performance versions to say that relating to an enthusiastic bent. BMW 1 Series diesels, popular and strong. Entry point to your diesel 1 Series lineup will be the 116D, powered using a 3-cylinder 1.5-liter turbocharged unit as found in various Minis. In this installation there's 116 horsepower and 270 Nm of torque from 1,750 revolutions per minute, causing a top speed of 124 miles per hour and also a 10.3-second 062 miles per hour time, no matter whether you go with the 6-speed manual or optional 8-speed automatic. There's a frugal focus with all the 116D and dynamics that boasts the same engine, but that economy drive sees its figure slip to 121 miles per hour and 10.4 seconds, respectively. The remaining diesels all use exactly the same basic 4-cylinder 2.0-liter unit in several states of tune. Producing 150 horsepower and 330 Nm of torque from 1,750 revolutions per minute may be the 118D, made available in manual and automatic forms. Both post a 132 miles per hour top speed, however the auto's slightly quicker 062 miles per hour by having an 8.1 second time versus the manual's 8.3. BMW 120D power and gratification. Outputs are ramped around 190 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque for that 120D, again which has a choice of transmissions. Both can reach 142 miles per hour, but once more the auto's the quicker accelerator, 7.0 seconds for your 062 miles per hour compared while using manual's 7.1 second time. The self-shifter's the most effective all-rounder within the range, supplying you with cover enough miles to justify the diesel choice. All-wheel drive is standard within the 120D drive that shares a similar 190 horsepower engine. The extra weight with the system pegs the superior speed at 138 miles per hour. Nevertheless, the additional traction shaves the 0.62 miles per hour sprint into 6.8 seconds. Here the 8-speed automatic could be the sole transmission. BMW 125D, more performance. Automatic's the sole choice with the 125D2, in which the headline statistics are 224 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque. These numbers see the most notable speed cranked approximately 149 miles per hour and merely 6.3 seconds required for the 0.62 miles per hour dash. Performance using turbo petrols. There's another 3-cylinder 1.5-liter engine shared using the mini hatch and BMW i8 from the 118i, a model that's remarkably brisk considering it only conjures up 136 horsepower and 220 Nm of torque at 1,250 revolutions per minute. The 6-speed manual and 8-speed automatic gearbox choice is present, each which has a 130 miles per hour top speed but not too shabby 0.62 miles per hour points during the 8.5 and 8.7 seconds, respectively. It's a 4-cylinder 2.0-liter motor within the 120i's bonnet, again using a choice of transmissions becoming conduits to deliver 184 horsepower and 290 Nm of torque at 1,350 revolutions per minute to a corner wheels. Both post 7.1 second 0.62 miles per hour times, but at 143 miles per hour the manual features a 3 miles per hour higher top speed compared to the auto. Like its diesel namesake, the 125i is automatic only and it is propelled by 224 horsepower version on the 2.0-liter petrol, making a marginally improved 310 Nm of torque. It'll reach 151 miles per hour and requirements 6.1 seconds for your 0.62 miles per hour benchmark. BMW 140i, flagship performance. Breathed over by BMW's M division, although not a fully blown M1 sister on the M2 Coupe. The M140i features a 6-cylinder 3.0-liter engine shoehorned under its bonnet that boasts of 340 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque at 1,520 revolutions per minute. Both transmission types feature again, but even though the pair share the somewhat academic 155 miles per hour electronically governed top speed, the automatic's 4.6 second 0.62 miles per hour time trumps the manual's 4.8 second quote. Balanced handling on account of rear-wheel drive. Comfort hasn't been sacrificed for agility. X-Drive available, but do you require it? It's the one rear-wheel drive car inside compact family hatchback segments as well as the BMW 1 Series sports hatch is actually the more enjoyable they are driving because of it. Thanks to your inline engine layout and rear-wheel drive powertrain, the 1 Series has a equal weight distribution front to rear, that gives it intrinsic balance, as opposed to tail-up waywardness. BMW's engineers have elected this second-generation 1 Series 51 mm wider on the front and 71 mm at the back compared featuring its predecessor. As you move, the suspension may be enhanced to deliver increased amounts of both agility and comfort. Well-balanced and fun handling. It's well-balanced, corners brilliantly and it has good body control because of its sports suspension. You'll experience little or no lean when cornering here. The variable sports steering is fantastic too, well-weighted with good feedback. Even from the wet there's really a lot of grip from your tires, but traction may be improved further for the 120D featuring its X-Drive all-wheel drive system. Think carefully prior to buying one though. A rear-wheel drive 120D with winter tires may suffice. Impeccably clear instruments and buttons. Well assembled although not exactly luxurious. iDrive multimedia strategy is standard setter. When you are considering providing one in the best driving positions within this corner in the market, The BMW 1 Series Sports hatch provides the competition lift. There's an excellent selection of adjustment for both the steering wheel and also the seat, which is usually set sportily low. But be conscious of it's not the roomiest of cabins, and a backseat dweller immediately aft with the driver might be less enthralled. One particular highlight from the cabin could be the iDrive system, a rotary dial enclosed by buttons to navigate the multimedia system. Many rivals have launched similar systems since BMW debuted its original back 2002, though with frequent honing it continues to be the most intuitive. Although it's well made, it conspires not to feel as special as being the cabin with the Audi A3 or perhaps the Volkswagen Golf, feeling more functional than blessed with flair. But, importantly, things are all logically located, as well as the switch gears like it withstand quality of time. There's a paucity of interior space. Bag a front seat, they're far comfier. Adaptive suspension's an extra cost option. Although this generation of a single-series sports hatch is comfier than its predecessor, BMW continues to have work to do on this regard to acquire even having its competition, not to say surge ahead. Its biggest dilemma is how compact the cabin is, with little rear legroom as well as a high transmission tunnel, the spot that the center rear passenger would ideally locate their feet. 4 adults can be a squeeze in the 1 Series, don't worry 5. Things are a lot easier better if you're lucky enough to inhabit one from the front berths, with lots of adjustment regardless of if the seats are manually or electrically adjustable. There's lots of side support too, which supports keep you hemmed in when driving more enthusiastically. One point of note is the fact that taller drivers could find it trickier acquiring it and beyond 5-door versions because the seat's gonna be set significantly rearward compared to using the door pillar. Most 1 Series buyers go for that M Sport trim, meaning an appreciably firmer ride. There are 2 methods to negate this: opt to the moderately expensive but excellent adaptive M Sport suspension system, or, free of charge, go to the standard springs. Road drawer, together with wind and tire noise, are acceptable, rather than overly intrusive, making the 1 Series a good place for being. 5 trims levels through the 1 Series range. Generous kit counts on each one. Beware expensive options. Standard degrees of kit to the 1 Series are pleasing, using the range for sale in 5 familiar grades, say, Sport, M Sport, M Sport Shadow Edition along with the standalone M140i. Standard BMW 1 Series sports hatch equipment. As standard, the say 1 Series includes Sedan of having a 6.5-inch multimedia display and iDrive controller, DAB radio, remote control central locking, keyless ignition, climate control, multifunction leather leader, automatic lights and wipers, 16-inch alloy wheels, front fog lights. Move approximately sport trim, therefore you get 17-inch alloy wheels, ambient lighting, black high gloss interior trim, sports front seats, body kit. The popular M Sport models come as standard with 18-inch M Sport alloy wheels, aluminum hexagon interior trim, Alcantara upholstery, and specific body kit. New for 2017 would be the M Sport Shadow Edition, which adds darkened headlamps and taillight unis, a black grille and alloy wheels, cruise control, rear parking sensors. Topping the range may be the standalone M140i that builds upon M Sport with dual-zone climate control, Dakota leather upholstery, specific 18-inch alloys with high-grip tires, ferret gray exterior detailing, specific M140i suspension and steering settings. BMW 1 Series sports hatch optional extras. Buyers can pick from your range of exterior colors, including conventional metallic and non-metallic finishes, while a variety of alloy wheels are around to further customize your car or truck. Inside, as you'd expect, there are a selection of seat and trim choices offered. If you're aiming to further boost the BMW 1 Series equipment, after that multitude of option packages can be found. BMW's Driver's Comfort Pack adds accessories like cruise control and rear parking sensors, making the auto easier to deal with. Also on offer is often a visibility package, which adds adaptive LED headlights alongside other minor upgrades. The choice of driver assistance systems available to the new BMW 1 Series incorporates a rear-view camera, high beam assistant and also the driving assistant. The latter comprises the camera-based lane departure warning and collision warning systems and also the attention assistant feature. Other options include electrically adjustable and heated front seats, two-zone automatic aircon, a heated controls, a 40 hours 20 minutes 40 seconds split rear seat backrest and also the Harman Kardon loudspeaker upgrade including a 360-watt digital amplifier. 5-star Euro NCAP rating in 2012. Generous numbers of safety kit as standard. Even wider array of optional features, though. Like many premium manufacturers, BMW boasts an enviable safety record, as evidenced with the 1 Series Sports hatch's 5-star rating when it had been crash-tested by Euro NCAP way back in 2012. Not only would it be particularly strong, it's set with safe attire-related kit including stability software, dynamic traction control with brake control allowing individual wheels being slowed to increase traction together with safety, automatic lights and wipers, LED rear lights and fog lamps. M Sport and M140i models also boast standard LED headlights. BMW 1 Series Sports hatch optional safety equipment. You can't be too safe, naturally, so there's a wide selection of extra cost options and bundles to take into account, including adaptive cruise control, a self-parking system, adaptive LED headlights that turn the beam pattern together with your steering input plus a driving assistant pack. This contains an attentiveness assistant, low-speed autonomous emergency braking, lane departure warning and preventative pedestrian protection. Roomy in advance, but cramped in the trunk. Small boot, despite the presence of seats folded. Lots of stowage space inside the cabin. Practicality had not been a strong point with the first generation 1 Series Sports hatch, but this version in the BMW can be a little better. In the trunk it's still very tight and even though there are 5 seatbelts, you'll find it hard to fit a large number of adults in comfortably, even 4 might struggle. Plus, as with all car of the configuration, access to the back seats on the 3-door is usually a hassle most will choose not to have. There are a lot of cubbyholes dotted about the front from the cabin to maintain spare change and also other bits and pieces constantly in place but none in the easy access ones are specifically deep. Time to hide your cabin detritus away. It's a small 3 and 5-door choice of hatchbacks, despite the fact that long bonnet giving some other impression on the driver's seat, so you'll have little bother slotting it in a conventionally sized garage or maybe a parking space within an archetypal multi-story. Although backseat passenger space is compromised with the BMW's rear-wheel drive arrangement, the boot capacity hasn't been impinged to your same degree. With all seats available there's 360 liters of volume from the boot, about 20 liters shy with the items a Golf can muster. Tumble the 60 hours 40 minutes split rear seats over, a handy 40 hours 20 minutes 40 seconds split is various, understanding that increases to a more useful 1,200 liters. Although it's unlikely you'll desire to use your BMW just like a makeshift small van.